My name is Lauren Merritt. I'm the COO and the co-founder of the College Steps organization. Today, we're going to use this time to review a webinar that will hopefully answer many of the questions that you have around the work that we do. College Steps is a nonprofit that partners with colleges from Vermont to Virginia to provide individualized support plans for students with learning or social challenges. We do this by providing an embedded team on the college campus that will structure support plans for each student that we serve. We are on campuses throughout Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New York, Vermont, and Virginia. And this year, we've currently expanded to offering a virtual academy. College Steps really focuses on the community as being a huge part of our success, including partnerships with high schools so that we can provide transition-based supports for learners that are getting ready to bridge from secondary to post-secondary education, families, colleges, and community-based agencies. Here are some of our current locations at College Steps. At College Steps, we provide individualized support for every one of our students, meaning that no one student is going to have the same plan as another student. We'll talk a little bit about what goes into each individualized support plan. On the college campus, we have our embedded support team, starting with a campus program coordinator. You can really look or view this person as the case manager for many of our students. So they bring together all of the supports, the individualized plan, all the stakeholders from the community, the family, and really start to kind of wrap around a support system for every student and communicate the progress and any barriers to that team. We have our instructional coordinator who is supporting the curriculum and the development for our mentors and for our students. We have a support specialist, which works very closely in step with our coordinator and our instructional coordinator. And we have peer mentors who are also college students and are trained by our full-time staff on campus. Going back to the individualized college plan, upon intake, should a student be accepted to the College Steps program, we develop a plan that is based off of 4 major components: academic enrichment, what are the academic long-term goals for the student, and how will we achieve those goals? Independent living and how that connects to the bridge to adulthood. What are some of the things that maybe are getting in the way of a student's success in life in kind of going into that next step? Social integration. We heavily focus on peer-to-peer relationships and connecting our students with like-minded peers, and also opportunities that are there already on campus, such as clubs and social events that are happening. Pre-employment transition is another component to the individualized college plan, where we're looking at what a student is kind of coming in with as far as their job training experiences and where they want to go and how the academics tie into that. These plans can be unique to every single student, as no learner is alike. Academically, we have some students who have goals around potentially getting an associate's degree or going on to a 4-year school, while we also have some students that are interested in just having the college experience and taking a class where they might want to take the class for credit or for audit. Our team is really an expert at kind of identifying what will be best for that particular student. At College Steps, we can provide some in-class support for up to 1 class. This is determined by our team. We also work very closely with other partners on the college campus to make sure that our students are taking advantage of the natural supports that already exist, such as accommodations and counseling. We work really hard to make sure all of our students have a social component to their program, meaning making sure that students are also connecting with their peers that are interested in the same things that they might be interested in academically and how that carries over to the social world. So making sure that they're networking with clubs, accessing facilities on campus, such as the dining halls, sporting events, and workout facilities. Independent living is also something that's very unique to students, but over the years, we've identified that there are a few heavy hitters that are really getting in the way of making sure that students are kind of bridging to that world of higher education. Some of these units include time management and organization, managing stress and uncertainty, problem solving, community and campus resources, navigating the social world, perspective taking, pre-voc training, budgeting and finance. And at the end, we always try to pull all of these components together and kick off a Living Forgiving campaign, which is really a direct application of all of these units. Pre-employment is one other component to the ICP, that individualized college plan. Every student comes into our program at different levels of employability. Some maybe have a job, some maybe have never had a job before or even gone through an interview. And in that case, we figure out what their baseline is and we make sure that we can meet them with where they're at, including developing a comprehensive employment portfolio so that by the time they're done with college steps, they will have a resume, letters of recommendation, some career exploration under their belt or work experience, and job shadowing. Here's an example of our course schedule. Schedules are determined by the College Steps team through that ICP process. These are determined through thoughtful agreement of goals, review of student course schedules, and by utilizing our scheduling recommendations document. Scheduling recommendations are developed upon specific support levels, which include program coordinator direct support time, peer mentor directed support, self-directed student support, and independent attendance. You'll note here that the student is taking one class and has been approved for in-class mentor support of that class. Here is another example of a schedule with a student who is taking additional classes. Here you'll see that they're involved in biology and also math and art, and is taking maybe a gym credit in yoga. So similar students here, this particular student is determined to be taking more classes. They may be going on to get their associate's degree or their bachelor's degree, but we're still building in those other components of the College Steps program around their class schedule. You will also note here that this student doesn't not have a peer support in the classroom. This has been determined that this student only needs prep time before the class starts and then review time after the class. Talk a little bit about peer mentorship. This is really very much the heart of our model, making sure that we are hiring and training and supervising and paying our mentors at our participating colleges. All of our mentors go through background checks through Good Hire. Again, they are all paid. They all go through extensive training around what it means to be in an adult-based learning environment and how to best honor a student's experience and promote advocacy. So another way of putting this is that our mentors are not there to do for the student, but they have extensive training around how do you help a student to self-advocate? How do you support a student to do for themselves to get the courage that maybe that they need or the skills that they might need? Typically, these peer mentors are students that have been at that college, that participating college, for at least a year so that they really understand that learning environment and they can support our students. Measures and reporting is a huge part of what we do. I mentioned that individualized college plan. Typically, that is mapped out in the summer before the semester starts. That's created by our program coordinator. Again, every week, that program coordinator has a one-on-one session with a student called Path and Planning, where we look at that ICP, We talk about any kind of updates that need to happen. This is a cloud-based weekly summary that then is shared with the team through our weekly journal. So if you are a family member or if you are a high school professional and you are part of the students team, you can access the progress and any barriers or changes that are being made through that weekly journal. And at the end of the month, our student typically has a monthly reflection meeting where we invite all of the students' team to take part in this and to kind of track the progress and make plans for the next month. Data and outcomes are very important to us at College Steps. We really want to make sure that of a few things. One, our students are becoming more employable through our program. Two, our students are becoming more flexible. We use a theory of mind measure called the TOMI to measure that. We also track independence. Are our students becoming more independent through our model? We also note academic performance every semester, and we provide these in annual reports. Right now, we are currently starting to open up admissions. We have a priority deadline of March 1st, but we are a rolling admissions process. So it really is until our program is full with students. So we can help support you in identifying what your educational journey is, whether you're a high school student seeking transition-based services and you're ready to get out of the high school setting, but you feel that you need a little more support in the world of higher education before you are set to graduate, um, or whether you have already graduated high school and you'd like to take a college class, but you feel that maybe you need more support than just academic accommodations have to offer at that college, or whether you're currently a college student at one of the participating colleges that we're at and you'd like some more support there than you're already getting. So the next step would be to go to our website and to apply, fill out an online application. We'll ask for some supporting documentation. And then after that, you would want to make sure that you're completing any kind of campus enrollment deadlines. We really appreciate your time today. If you have any additional questions or you'd like more information or to set up a time to talk with our admissions director, we are happy to accommodate you. Please email admissions directly at admissions@collegesteps.org. Have a wonderful afternoon.